Welcome back to Keep Expecting Miracles. I am Ilissa.
And I'm Jessica.
We're here with another episode. How you doing, Jessica?
Good. I am good. The sun is shining and it's warm where I am, so I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm good. I know it's so funny that the weather keeps Elena asked. I'm good. I'm good. But that made me think about Elena. She asked, like, how come it keeps on switching from hot to cold? And I couldn't, you know me, I couldn't just say, oh, that's Florida weather. I had to say global warming. People are not taking care of the earth. People are
Mhm.
wasting too much. You're cutting down. Why are people cutting down the trees? She had so many that led after questions. I'm like,
Mm,
that leads back to we have to take care of our earth. We have to save
yeah.
our planet. So she's like,
Yes.
okay.
Oh, I love that. That reminds me to the science lesson that I covered in the class this week. It was a video where it ended with you in this classroom are all the earth savers. And it had like illustrations of kids with their arms up, like, yeah, we're, here to save the earth. We're learning about Florida resources. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. It reminds me of Captain Planet.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah, no, but what's been going
Yeah.
on? What's new with you this week besides everything?
Right. Besides
Everything is
everything.
good news.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Um, I guess I've been doing a lot of reflecting this week and just recently finally saw Avatar, right? The last one, and that was good. I realized that that movie took me through a whole it was like a whole part of my life, like a whole um what do you want to call it? A chapter. Like it marks a chapter of my life. It marks becoming a mother, getting married. It marks the what's it called? Dissolution of the marriage. It marks coming back into myself, So it's like it started with me becoming this mother wife. And then the chapter of Avatar ends with me now returning back to myself. And I was like, this is so weird, so crazy. Um, how it did that.
Yeah.
And just watching it's the whole movie, the premise, just takes me back to the whole lesson also behind like Wicked, where it's the underdog rises up
Hmm.
and we fight through and we do what we need to do to make it through. And that's always so inspiring to me. It was a very inspiring movie. And it just makes me reflect on myself. Like, make sure you're giving back to yourself. Make sure,
Hmm.
don't let nothing hold you back. Don't let nothing take you away from being who you are.
Yes. Yes.
So,
Now that you've gone through the pits of hell to reclaim yourself, you better
yeah,
not. Better not lose.
exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. What about you? What's new?
What's new? Um. Well, this new hairstyle. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What's new with me? I am learning how to let stuff go. I don't know if I'm learning that or if I'm just
Mm,
trying to be aware that I don't let
hmm
stuff go. It's very hard for me. If I don't understand human behavior, if I don't understand somebody's decision making, I'm talking about my husband at this point. If I don't understand decision, if I don't understand like a decision that was made or logic or lack of logic or intentionality, lack of intentionality, then I can't let it go. And
hmm
I think it's a part of being a Taurus where we just expect everybody to be like us. Like I expect other people to
hmm
think like me, to act the way I act, to move with intention the way that I do. And when that doesn't happen, like I'm just like, what? Like it
Mhm.
it can seem like I don't let stuff go, but really it's me trying to understand. Me trying
Yeah.
to but then it's just like, do you have to understand? Like it's just a
Right.
difference. So
Mhm.
I'm
I
trying
totally get
to
you.
the new thing is me saying, okay, like you can let some stuff go, girl. You just don't have to keep
Mhm.
rehashing the same thing. You don't have to keep going over and over and over. Just let it go.
Mhm.
Let it go.
Yes.
So, hmm
I mean, we can all relate to that too in some point, in some aspect of life, you know. I had to learn like, oh, this is beyond me now.
hmm
It
hmm
just that's how I just be letting stuff go. So
yeah, but that leads us into our topic today. It's like actually a good
it
segue.
sure does.
Yeah.
It sure
Yes.
does.
Yes.
And I think that's where with our topic, I was like, you know what? We need to talk about how I need to talk about how I've been moving forward without having the past as like a ball and chain on my leg, and struggling to, to move forward, to look into the light, to develop, to create a new reality for myself without
hmm
having the past haunt me.
hmm
Um, Without having the past, just without being ashamed, getting rid of the shame, getting rid of the, oh, this person's name is brought up and it instantly makes me triggered, you
Yeah.
know, but like removing that.
Yeah.
And I think for everybody, it's not so easy. But I was listening to Erin Lyons and she mentioned, she was like, that's the way that you create. You have to let it go. You have to move forward. You cannot look back and let it hold you because then what do? You recreate the future.
Right.
And I feel like I've been fortunate enough right now to where I'm getting the chance, like I'm returning. I'm a teacher again. I've returned to this career that I said, I'm never ever going to come back. I'm never doing this again. It betrayed me. They all betrayed me. All my, everybody, the whole system, like betrayed me in the point where, to the point, what I mean by that is that I was always sick. Like it was no longer fun. Everyone was just sucking the joy out of the children. Like
Yeah.
the whole thing was terrible. I had very little good things to say about it.
Yeah.
Yet, what I said, I think I said it on the pod before. I always wanted to be that cutesy teacher. And I was like so mad that I wasn't that,
Yeah. But
not
isn't it
realizing, hey, girl, it's you.
right? Right. But isn't this a good way to test? Like, you say you have a new transformed self, like go ahead and test it back in an environment that really took you out. Go back and see.
Right.
You can see if it,
Right.
are you really, the different person that you say. Like, put the rituals and practices into practice.
hmm hmm hmm
Yeah.
You know,
So,
something that happened, I didn't tell you about this prior to us recording. I think you remember that on Justice's birthday, she broke her tablet. I don't know if you remember that. Her tablet went
no.
out. Okay, so we came home from celebrating Justice's 10th birthday, and she gets on her tablet and she starts to play on it, and suddenly it's gone. There's no screen. It's just blank. Let's boop. And I was like, she was like, Mom, of course, going crazy. And so luckily there's insurance. We got it back. She got a new one. And guess what happened now? We not even, we 2 weeks after. She's had that tablet for 2 weeks now. The tablet's broken. Why? Because she dropped it. Okay. The other one she had dropped a bunch of times and then it went out. So it's still usable, but the glass is splintered and it'll like get into her skin and stuff. So she can use it minimally. But now I'm like, I didn't even get the chance to mail off the last one. What I told her which was a lesson for me. I said, you know what this is? I said, you're moving forward with a brand new tablet, but you still got the same habits. So where did you end up? Back at the same damn place.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, this was a word for me. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
new things don't just bring you a new future. New things don't
Right.
bring you into a new present. You have to actively be aware of
Mhm.
how you ended up here in the first place and
Mm.
change that.
Mhm. Yep.
So,
That's how people repeat the same cycle, same patterns. But that is so fun. Well, to me, I thought you were gonna say, "Well, that means that you actually don't need this tablet." Throw it across the room, 'cause that's what I would have did. That
no.
means you don't need it. But yeah, that's a good lesson. My our pastor in Indiana, he used to take like everyday, you know, metaphors like that and apply it to the preaching
Mhm.
every week. So that reminded me of that because it would be something as simple as that. And you're just like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I do need to change. I guess I do need to act different. I do need to be different. Or I say that I'm different. Let me see how. But it's,
That's how I go ahead.
I was going to say that you were talking about pain before and, moving
Mhm.
past the pain and not having a ball and chain of the pain. And because we are people, and specifically you, because you are somebody who you like to be joyful. Joy is
Mhm.
a frequency that you regularly like to hold, and that's what you like to show people also.
Mhm.
It's not like you want to hurry up and get through. You want to hurry up and get through the times or the memories or the triggering, and it's sometimes those things are put into our life like you're supposed to be triggered so that you don't go back. Like you can't hurry up and
Exactly.
rush through the triggering. You can't hurry up and rush through the
Mhm.
pain. Like experience the pain, cry when, and I know you've cried 1,000 times, but if the tears are coming, then let them flow.
Mhm.
If you want to
Mhm.
let, if the anger is coming up, release it. You have to
Mhm.
experience all the emotions in order to heal and get through. It ain't no bypassing. It's, you can't just speed it up. And it's having that awareness
Exactly.
and knowing that. So,
Yeah. It
but
takes the time it
I
takes. Yes.
take the time it takes, but how do you do that? I know what you're saying. It's like, how do you do that when you still have to function,
Mhm. When you still
especially
have to
co
function,
parent?
and that's yes. There's that part. Because for our listeners who are new listeners that don't know, I recently moved from a home that my husband and I built together, and um, now we're separated, and I'm in my own home, and he did hurt me pretty badly, so that is the main like one of the major things that I'm coming back from, not just coming back into my own career, but um I want to say healing from, but I at the same time I feel like that's not the right word. It's more like an expansion. It's this and yes, I was hurt, and then this happened,
Right.
which is what I was gonna say before when I didn't mean to interrupt you, was that my messages often come from these very small everyday occurrences that shows me, you know, people be like, how did you get this from that? And I'm like, I have no idea, but I know that's what it meant.
Hmm.
Where now I have to look at, I am in a new space, I am in a new place, I am building a new life. Where am I bringing old pain? How is the old pain altering what I could be creating that's brand new?
Yes.
You know?
I see what you're
Um,
saying. I see what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like, um, I find it I find it very, like you said, like I'm in this career that I knew I was going to do before I even got married or anything, right? I knew that this was something that was going to be me, and it was me. But what I didn't know was that the whole reason that it was stressful for me was because I did not know the support I needed, but I didn't have the support I needed, you know? I didn't feel there was a weight on me, but the weight didn't come from the career. The weight didn't come from the people around me. The people who were around me were a reflection of the weight that I was holding onto myself.
Mm,
So
mm,
from the very beginning, um, I can't say that I was with the wrong person, but from the very beginning, I was involved in something that didn't serve me in the first place.
mhm,
And I was not aware enough to see that.
mm,
Instead, it had to keep coming back to, we had things that were going on in the relationship that was like, okay, you don't have to put up with this, right? Like we'd have these different arguments
mhm.
where I'm like, okay, my whole thing, I'm like, yeah, relationships are relationships. People argue all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a big deal and this is a problem, but yeah, we can get past this because love is love, right?
Mhm.
Meanwhile, no, this ain't no love.
Yeah. Fundamental issues. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Fundamental
yes,
issues.
yes.
But I mean, can we? I always say this. I think this is something that you completely block out, and I don't know why because it's still very much in the present moment. But it's just like he has a fucking chronic illness. Excuse my language, but like you were married to somebody that has a chronic physical illness that took him out in the hospital in bed for weeks at a time. You were carrying the
Mhm.
household on multiple levels with two young children.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
that alone, like that alone is a disaster if you don't have the right support and tools and awareness and community. You're on the road track to divorce. A chronic illness
yeah.
is a leading factor of divorce for real.
Mhm,
That on
mhm.
top of all the other crap that was laid on top of it. So that alone is like, do you know what you was holding? Do you know what you was carrying? Do you know
No,
how heavy that weight was?
I sure didn't. Okay, so at the time, I did not know. Okay. Also, I was not a therapist. Let me say that. Was not no, nor had I ever seen anything like what I was experiencing.
Yes.
So it's like when you're living through something that's completely brand new, lost connection to any sort of spirit realm was not fostering no sort of connection at all because you know how I was. I was, well, he's not comfortable with when I speak about God. And so I am just going to align with him and be that. I
Mhm.
won't talk about God. I will hide that part of me, the very essence of who I am in the first place.
Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
covered, I became a shell of myself. I covered myself up and made myself what I thought was more likable, more
Mhm.
easy to get along with, more,
Mhm.
more of who I thought this person wanted from me so that I could maintain this connection and not be alone, I
Mhm.
guess. Not be a single mom, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what
Yeah.
it was. I was so afraid of um not being or I was so afraid of being a single mom that I like held on to my own detriment,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
just and he did things that was like you need to let me go and he had to hurt me, which for our listeners it was a betrayal. He had to betray me in the way that he did in order for him or excuse me for me to let him go,
Yeah.
right? That's the
Yeah.
higher order thinking aspect of it, the more evolved way of
Well, yeah.
thinking about it.
Yes, the most evolved way is thank you. Thank you so much because I
Yes.
am now a person that like you have said it before. It's you had to go through this. You had to the pain had to come but this experience had to happen in order for you to return, reclaim, remember the gifts that you
Mhm.
have, the person that you are. So it's like, thank you. Thank
Mhm.
you so much for doing this for me,
Mhm.
because you would have been totally different person.
Yes. And I was. And he says it himself. You're that I am different now. That when I started even on this road, like our listeners, if you've listened from day one, you know that that trip to Costa Rica is uh what started both of our awakenings in this way
Yeah.
for Ilissa and I. Um and so when he picked me up from the airport, him and the kid said, "You're different. What's going on?" Okay, I had lost 10 pounds in those 10 days that we were gone. 10 pounds. I had already lost like a bunch of weight before going,
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
because I was, working out, but then lost an additional 10 pounds, was lighter, was like, I feel like I'm back to myself again. And I couldn't understand what it was. But you know what it was at that point? I knew that, I think on a soul level, I knew that the marriage was going to be kaput. It was
Yeah.
going to be done.
Yeah.
And me moving forward, the mindset that I had was, let this all play out. I was in warrior mode. I was like, okay, I was ready.
Mhm.
Um, I wasn't necessarily ready for it to end. Because I did try to hold on, but I was ready to see what has to happen next. I was like, I
Mm.
found myself again.
I see
What
that.
has to happen next?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so,
It's almost like your soul
move.
knew that you had to experience certain challenges to
Oh,
receive the
yes.
upgrade, to expand. Like you couldn't
Mhm,
skip any
mhm.
levels.
No, I had to go through, listen, there's so many different things that happened that I haven't even shared with you just because I stayed. Just because I stayed, right? And it was very embarrassing for
Mhm.
me,
Yeah.
because I'm like, I have to think about, like, if this were my daughter, what would I tell her to do? Walk away, right? And I didn't feel comfortable doing that because, well, where was my identity?
Right.
Who was my identity with?
Right.
My identity was the marriage.
Yes.
It was, the person I was with. It was that was everything.
Yes. Well,
So,
you got married so young. Y'all had Jaden
mhm,
very young. Like it was
yeah,
together from
1920.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um, but I have like a friend who, she wants to move forward. She was betrayed not by a lover or spouse, but by a sibling. And she's like, "Well, how do I move forward?" Her parents wants her to forgive. And so me, I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's easy. Just, let it be. You got to forgive yourself for, you know, who you were, like what brought this on, and um just move on from there." But I'm like, it's so easy to say that. I found myself, I'm like, it's so easy to say that, but then to live it, to build a future, or not even future, but to build your present here and now, without feeling the pain from the past,
Mhm.
without being bitter.
Mhm.
And even like, for me to sit here and be able to say I was embarrassed, you know, to say, "Oh yeah, there are things that I didn't tell you." Like that in itself can be shameful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
why didn't you open your mouth,
Yeah.
But that's part of it, is releasing to the whole part of healing from an intense betrayal, or, you know, anything that's difficult that has happened, at least for me, is going back and forgiving myself.
Mm.
That part she had to live this, she had to make those choices. It's okay.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if y'all are faithful listeners, you know that forgiveness is something that I have continuously worked on. And it's not easy. Like I'm somebody who works from who operates from a place of protecting my peace, my boundaries. Like you're not going to be in my life if you're not a peaceful person. If you're bringing chaos, drama, confusion to my life, like you're not going to be in it. Like if you're causing me any type of stress, let alone arguing with me, it's not going to be there. You're not going to be there. And
Hmm.
so when that does occur and the person is a family member or an extended family member, like you said her parents like just want her to forgive the sibling, but it's just like no, I don't want to. And then what?
Hmm.
Or okay, I forgive them. You do the forgiveness work for yourself, and that was the only the only way that I could do have forgiveness is because I had to do it for myself. Like if it
Yeah.
didn't benefit me, I was not doing it. Like I had to
Yes.
literally frame it like this is for you. This is for you. This is for you.
Hmm.
But even when that happens, I've gone back and forth like have I truly forgiven? Because then people want you to go back to normal. People want you to operate the same way and it's just like
Yeah.
no. I have forgiven this person, but I'm a different person because I've forgiven them. I'm a different person because this happened.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to operate the same way. I'm not going to allow this person back into my life in the same way. It's not going to be the same.
Hmm.
And that's where people have it messed up. That's where people
Hmm.
have forgiveness, especially when it comes to family. It's just like, no, we ain't playing like that. I've forgiven
Hmm.
them, but they don't have access to me the way that they did before.
Yeah, because it's we all are what with each person we interact with, right? It's a different version of ourselves, and they remember one version, and okay, you remember that version, you just gonna keep remembering it because she not showing up again.
Yeah.
um, so part of what has actually helped me with removing that ball and chain of pain is not to disregard it. It's definitely, like you said, to feel it. I feel it. And even sometimes now, like I feel it, quite often. And it's embracing it. Okay. Asking my body, I literally ask my body, what are you showing me now? What are you telling me? Because it's can come up in like different situations where it's just like, when you're dealing with the death of a loved one, how grief just comes and attacks you randomly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I find that the loss of a relationship is very similar to that, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It
Because
is.
it's grief. You're going through the
Yeah.
process of grieving who you were. Um, but one thing that has helped me with embracing, I could say, the pain and is that self awareness, is seeing, like, questioning myself. Um, like, okay, what did I used to do? What am I like now? Like, literally writing that out. Who do I want to be? Right. I literally writing that out.
Mhm. Yeah.
And also recognizing, I forgot who I heard this from, but they said every person that you interact with is a reflection of a part of you. It's a
Mhm.
reflection of who you are. And so if
Mhm.
they're triggering you, it's something that you want to change.
Mhm.
If they're not, then it's something that you already love. And so I actually had that, like, I had that happen to me. I heard that, and then immediately, it was like a Saturday morning. Um, one thing that I'm working with myself on specifically, area of transformation to move without the ball and chain, is with money, to trust myself with money, right? So my dad had called me, right, in the morning. He called me and he says, yeah, so I know you have your house and you're all by yourself, and you have your bills and you have to do it all by yourself. And wow, how much is your rent again? Wow. And your car, you still, wow. Giving a voice to all of the stress that I was thinking about right before he called. Right before he called. I was thinking about, I'm like, okay, I got to be good with money. I got to do this. I got to do that. How do I do this? Oh man, can I trust myself? Like running through all of that, he gave a voice to all of those thoughts. And I said,
Mm,
okay. I started getting my body started getting hot, and I was like, no, don't. This is not time to stress out. I'm like, why is he bringing this to me right now? Like we weren't. Why is this conversation? Like we
mhm,
know it
mhm.
doesn't need to be said. And then I
Yeah.
remembered, oh my goodness, this is a reflection of what I'm feeling right now.
Mhm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, I really have to change this. And this is something I really have to work on, because
Yeah.
I literally I attracted that. I brought it to me, brought the triggering thoughts.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Oh, our parents have a lovely way of amplifying what we're already feeling. Like they just bring it right out. That happens to me all the time with my mom too. She'll call me and be like,
yeah.
da-da-da. I'm like, I was just thinking that. Like, and then you get irritated because it's right on point. But
Mhm.
you're like, no.
Mhm.
but you make a good point because it does have to be named, but named in a way of the reframe has to happen. I get to pay this bill. I
Yeah.
have the money for my rent. I get to pay my car note that I'm driving. You're not,
Mhm.
you're not buying a bus card. You're not taking the bus.
Exactly.
Um,
Mhm.
so it's you have to reframe it in a way that I have the privilege to. I am able to, and list it out. If that's how you write your bills out, or however you do the budget, it's frame it in that way. I get to be in control now because that's something that you didn't have.
Yes.
And
Yes.
even
That
though
part.
you always said too in our conversations while all this stuff was breaking down, was I'm the one who always kept the budget. I'm the one who always kept up with the bank accounts and what was in the the accounts and how much money we had, and okay, we know we got to make sure we have money for this. So you always told me that you were the one who kept track of all of that, and you were the one that wanted to have a budget in the first place. He just never wanted to. So
Mhm.
it reminds yourself of who you are and what's already in you.
Mhm. Mhm. Exactly.
You are
Yes,
more than
exactly.
capable. You are more than
Yeah.
capable. Because if you
Yeah.
weren't capable, it wouldn't be happening. And that's going back to that stuff had to happen so that you could get to this place and see, oh, I am capable of doing this.
Yes. 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 I travel in my car with a peacock feather on my dashboard, so that when I see it, it reminds me I'm light as a feather. I'm as light as a feather. My womb is as light as a feather, and I am free.
Yes. Yes.
So
Yeah.
that those are the thoughts, though, the thoughts that you just named. That is what I have to tell myself to remind myself um, to do that, and I also do that in this career. I tell myself I'm an effective teacher, but it's been so automatic now. It's been so automatic where I'll just step into the classroom and the thought plays in my head without me consciously saying it. It's like reminding myself, remember, you are an effective teacher. You can do this. You are not stressed out. This job does not this job is easy. Okay? This is the easiest thing you've done over the last few years,
Mhm. 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 And it
especially
really
when it
has.
gets
It's the
hard.
truth. It's the truth,
Yeah.
girl. It's the truth.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
truth. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
So,
feel
I
you
don't
on
know. We'll
that.
see how
Well,
I Mhm.
that's a part of manifesting too, is reframing, and the thoughts come to us, but speaking it out loud, and saying, like, I have this. Thank you for this. I'm doing this. Thank you.
Yes.
That's going to lead us right into our next segment of I Said What I Said, our manifestation segment.
Mhm.
We just want to share everyday manifestations that me and Jessica have, like something that I am manifesting for this week since we are recording on a Sunday is just moving with awareness and intentionality. Um, a big manifestation that I have for myself and my family is for us to have property with a home. I'm manifesting it's very specific type of property and home, and but I need to check myself. I need to check myself and really figure out why that is the specifics of my manifestations are what they are, and it's not out
Really?
of yes, because so we moved here where his job is in Port Charlotte. Okay, we live in
Mhm.
Venice. We've decided to move to Nokomis, which is like the very south end of Sarasota, which
Mhm.
is north of where he works. Where we live north of where he works, but we'd be moving further north, like another 30
Mhm.
minutes, and so it would be farther. And
Oh.
so there was an interaction yesterday. Like he met some people at the park, and it's he has accepted, like, whenever he takes the kids to the park, he always meets people. He has really good conversations, black people at that. He has really good conversations with people. And I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, did you get the number? He's like, oh no, I'll see him. I'm like, what? Like, get the number. Anyways,
Yeah.
when I go, I don't meet people. I don't have conversations with people. I never see black people. And I'm just like, why? And so I'm thinking
Yeah.
it's like, has he accepted, like, has he settled in? Like, has he accepted this place as where we're living? And I have not. I have not yet accepted, like, this is where we're supposed to be. I'm still trying to leave and go further north. I'm still trying to be somewhere else. I'm
Oh,
still trying to,
I
so
see.
it's just like, why am I manifesting? What about that area up there is telling me to go there? Is it because of the flashiness of it? I mean, it is close to Alina's school. I mean, this
Mhm.
whole area is nice. I mean, we live in a
Mhm.
very nice part of Florida. But is it the accessibility to be around all like, why am I, what is the intention? And so
Yeah.
I am manifesting living with more intention and awareness of what I'm calling in, because I
Right.
can very easily call in, I can very easily manifest, but why? I don't. It's now it's just like, okay, be careful what you say, because it might just happen. I know that for a fact, but it's just like, I don't want to call in the wrong thing with the wrong intentions, and so I want to be in
Mm.
alignment. I'm calling
Mhm.
in, manifesting more alignment and intentionality on a daily basis. So
Oh, look, I was ready to say, well, I think it's gonna start here. You got there. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly that. That's
yeah,
good. That's yeah. Wow. I would like to say one thing that I'm manifesting for the week is, look, I need to move my body more. I'm already, not stay at home or work from home mom mode anymore. So I am moving my body more, but I want it to continue. So I want to at least, after work, um, show love to my body through the form of some sort of exercise, rollerblading, bike riding, hiking, something.
mm-hmm.
So I'm I would like to say more specifically that I am looking forward and manifesting more opportunities to do that.
Yeah,
That's what I would like, because last week I left work so late most of the time, most of the days, that I would come home, eat, and go to sleep. And that's not how I want to live.
yeah.
Not at all. I didn't even get the chance really to talk to anybody, scroll. I didn't get to do much at all except go to work and, do take care of my basic needs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
Yeah.
I
Well,
like
I
how you
mean,
walked us through yours.
yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I feel like I had to explain it because I was just like, I'm always just like you. I'm always questioning like the reason behind things, even small things.
Hmm.
Because he came home and he told me like, oh yeah, we met these people and they had three girls and it was like a meetup and they had another person with them and I was like, and this is not the first time that has happened, and I'm just like,
Hmm.
where are why am I not meeting people, or why are you just having these experiences? And so it just made me think like, should we be down here? Like there are black people
Oh yeah,
here, you see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I
should we
do.
stay in this
Hmm.
area? Like, am I trying to move us to where that's not gonna happen? Like, am I pushing an agenda that is not aligned?
Hmm. Hmm.
So, but yeah.
Mm. We'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. Now that
We'll
we've
see.
already, now that I've put it out there, now that we've put it on this sacred microphone,
Yeah. I'm
this
holding
trans,
back what I want to say though.
huh?
I said I'm holding back what I want to say to that. Actually, a reaction that I would like to share. I guess I should share,
Yeah,
um, because I am your friend, and I do want to say, girl, what you want is what you want. You should get it, and that's it. The experience is going to be great no matter what. But also, you do have to grow, and growing is part of you questioning that, and going down to the very basic part of that, your manifestation being alignment. um that's the very essence of it, and that's still valid.
mhm.
That still helps you to grow, and you know whatever you may find that what you want is what you want because it's, I don't know, already there, or it's somehow this is all leading to the place where you want to be anyway.
Right, right, right. And it's another part of me. What I said at the beginning, at the top of the episode, is when you get married to somebody, they, you know, one flesh, one,
Yeah.
two become one, whatever, however you want to say it. But it's okay. We're two separate souls that have come here. We have chosen to commune, chosen to have children, but it's okay
Hmm.
for your souls to have different experiences, to think
Hmm.
different, to make
Hmm.
decisions differently, like I was saying earlier. And so when we have different experiences like that, it's a part of me accepting that we're two different people, is saying, oh, he has
Yeah.
those experiences because that's what his soul needs. I have the experiences
Exactly.
because that's what my soul needs. So it's like I'm questioning
Yeah.
stuff, but I have to remind myself of that too. Like, he probably needed those
And that's
codes of
good.
talking to those people.
Yeah. And kudos to you, because the way I was, I'm a slip into your skin. I'll slip into his skin and be like, okay, well, what I need is, I don't necessarily need it. Let's go with what you prefer, want, need.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely more a really healthy way of going about it. And I admire that.
Yes. Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
but I'm
But
excited
yes.
for, I was just gonna say, I'm excited for our next segment.
Oh yes, I know.
Yeah.
I got a nerve for that. We are pulling a card from the Herbal Astrology Oracle by Adriana Ayalis. This is the deck. I'm gonna shuffle the cards. We're gonna do this for our herbal segments because it's actually very, very valid.
Mhm.
Very on point. There's two. I just realized there's two cards that are not in this deck because they're on my altar. I do work with these cards on a weekly
Um,
basis also, and I put them on my altar. Those two cards are Echinacea and Shashandra. So
Mhm.
that's the cards that Sylvia pulled for me um,
Mhm.
this past week. So those will not be in the deck, but it's okay. I'm gonna just shuffle them. Oh, I think this card.
And
Oh, lemon
oh,
balm.
lemon balm, our old favorite, best
Yes,
friend.
I know. Oh my goodness, this is like my makes me think of Alina when she was a baby because this is like my favorite tea to feed to her.
Mhm.
Lemon balm. It's called it says nurture. Nurture at the
Oh,
bottom.
nice.
I'm gonna read the guidance. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but
Mhm.
it says let me go ahead and get to it. Okay. So Melissa officinalis is the Latin name and represents the Earth Mother, access to the ways of the earth, planetary guardian, balance of feelings and emotions, nurturance. So it's ruled by Jupiter and Ceres. Ceres, Ceres, Ceres. Okay,
Mhm.
so it says give yourself permission to mother the deepest core of yourself. Listen to your inner child. Retrieve the unconscious parts of your past. Forgive
Mm.
yourself and liberate the inner child that has remained silenced. Lemon Balm assists us in recognizing to the gentle power of nurturance. Her soft and gentle touch reminds us to connect to the great mother in all her shapes and forms. The medicine
Wow.
of honeybee, because there's a bee too on this, the medicine of honeybee is here to serve you, prompting you to ask yourself, where can I soften and receive? How can I access my inner child to access great wholeness? Honeybee symbolizes the magic of nectar, vitality, prosperity, and the great inner and outer wealth that is ahead.
Wow.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
That was beautiful. I love that. That's uh lemon balm was one of the herbs that I constantly was going through when I was suffering through all of the emotional turmoil and in the pain and, you know, not knowing how to move forward, what to look forward to, or
Mhm.
without any of the tools really
Mhm.
that I have now because sometimes the pain is just so intense. And lemon balm was a very, very close friend.
Yes. Yes. And like we
Yeah.
said, it's always on point. Like,
Mhm.
hello, forgive yourself and liberate your
Mhm.
inner child. Will we not like the whole I am segment? We're talking about this. So it
Yeah.
fits. It fits.
That fits
So yeah.
very well.
That was a
That's
good
beautiful.
one. I love this. It's I guess this is Ceres.
Yeah.
This is a she's a Roman goddess
Okay.
from Jupiter. I don't know too much about
Nice.
the Roman stuff, but she rules health, agriculture, nutrition, fertility, and the relationship to mother.
Mm.
So,
Wow.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
That was good. That was a good one.
Always,
So now we're
always on point.
yes. Yes. But I'm excited to hear what you have for witchy shit. We have a
Yes.
segment called Witchy
Okay.
Shit because we're reclaiming that
Mhm.
as modern day witches.
Yes. So I saw this post this morning and I said, we gotta talk about this. So the person started off with drop your most unhinged woo woo habit that actually changed your life. Not meditation, not journaling, not tarot, not crystals. I mean, extra weird, like I can't tell my coworkers weird. And so this is on threads. So I went down the rabbit hole and I
Yeah.
screenshot these and I was going to send it to you. And I said, no, but we need to save this for the pod. Okay. One of the
Yes.
people
Yes.
said, when I'm really sad, I'll shower. And while I'm there, I'll cup water in my hands and tell it my sorrows, then release it down the drain.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. That probably
I
works
know.
too.
Yes, it sure does because yes, that's what I be doing. Well, do something like it in the shower.
It
Okay?
ain't something,
Because water
it
is
ain't nothing
cleansing.
like a
We
good cry in the shower, okay?
Mhm.
It's the
Mhm.
most dramatic cry that you can have because the water is already pouring on you.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yes. And let it be a time that you're washing your hair too. Yes, even
Oh,
more so.
wow. Yes. Yes.
Yes. So that all of these are all about like transmutation, transmuting the pain, right? That
Which is
to
very
help
witchy.
with moving
Very
forward.
witchy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. I'll read a few more. This one says, I plant seeds every time someone breaks my heart to remind myself that I can plant love and in dark places, and eventually I will grow out of it.
Wow. I never even thought about
Mhm.
that. That's a good coping skill.
Mhm.
You can grow out of
Mhm.
it. You can plant love in dark places and eventually you grow out of it. Because I was gonna say that earlier, like give yourself more time. Like it's still brand new. Like time does
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
So the time that it
And
takes for
that's
the
the
seed to
perfect.
grow, you need time
Yeah. Yeah.
and
That's
sunlight and
it's
water.
mhm. Nourishment, nurture. Mhm.
Yes. Oh
Like the
my
card
lemon
said.
balm.
Yes. Yes. This one says, when I was at my when I was at my loneliest, I talked to the wind. I talked to the grass. I asked the trees to send a message to other trees to help me find a new home with trees who would support me. I watch the mountains turn pink every day and feel so blessed. They are my babies. I tell my pets they are beautiful and brave every day. I sing when I'm sad, and sometimes singing cures my colds as well.
Is that the Pocahontas song?
Is
Let paint
it?
in all the colors of the
Right.
wind.
So we know she used to watch that all the time. We
Right.
know.
Right.
Her name is
Just like
Regina.
me.
Regina,
She
you was
probably had a
watching.
Pocahontas room.
Uh-huh. And you got the Pocahontas here right now, so you already know.
Oh
Pocahontas all up
yeah.
and through this episode right now.
Do you remember Roderick from university?
Yes.
He was like
Hmm.
short. He used to call
I
me
remember.
Pocahontas. He used to call me Pocahontas.
Really?
He used to be like,
Wow.
"You look exactly like Pocahontas." I used to be like, "Me? Like I don't look like are you talking about the cartoon? Who are you talking about?"
Mm.
He's like, "You look like Pocahontas." I was like,
Wow. In a past life. Okay.
well, that was my girl though. That was my girl. She was my favorite Disney
Uh-huh.
princess. Mhm.
Hmm.
But yeah,
I
that
love that.
wow. Talk about talking
Yeah.
to the nature.
Right. Right. I never thought about that. I'm like, that's true. They are all connected.
They're
Like,
connected.
why not?
Tell
Yeah.
them, help me find
I'm
a
a
place. Oh, I'm about to do that. I'm about to do
uh-huh.
that.
That's why I read it. That's why I read it. Yes. Yes. That is girl. Hmm.
Yes. Oh
Hmm.
my goodness. That was good. That
I'm
was a
gonna
good
read this
one.
last one. It says, I speak. This one reminded me of you too. I speak internally to my cells, organs, body constantly. I tell them what I need repaired and visualize my body being flooded with light and the outcome of repair. I also tell myself constantly that I am healed and whole.
Mhm. Mhm. Yes,
Hmm.
that's I do that all the time. Meditations,
Hmm.
body healing, flooding it with light, letting my I don't speak to my organs. I need to do that. I let my
Hmm.
organs speak to me and tell me what they need. But and I specifically have been doing meditations to clear out my chakras, clear out the organs, like just release, cleanse, cleanse,
Yeah.
cleanse. Yeah. Yeah,
Wow. You know,
that's a good
I
one.
what that one said, I did that yesterday because I mean, but for the listeners, since I have made this transition with moving, I had a really, really intense menstrual cycle that lasted way longer than my cycle has ever lasted before. Like, thought I would maybe would have was gonna have to go to the hospital or something because of how intense it was. It was really
Mhm.
bad,
Mhm.
crippling. And so I was afraid for this time, right? But I was started taking care of myself, right? Drinking my teas in the morning, red raspberry, ladies mantle. I said, okay, we're reclaiming who we are. We're taking care of ourselves a whole lot better. And so I found
Mhm.
that I was still in a lot of pain, a lot of cramping that I don't typically have. So yesterday morning, I went to the backyard and I sat there in meditation. There was an armadillo that was eating, like digging through the dirt and stuff. I love armadillos. Okay, I thought it was so cool. I was like, okay, look at me out here in my own backyard. I got a little pet, a little friend here.
Mm.
Um, and I was sitting between these two great big grand oak trees, and I just asked the earth. I called upon. I was like, please take this from me. I also had a really bad cold, so I'm like, take all of this discomfort from me. I hand it over to you because you know what to do with it. I
Mhm.
instead am left with wellness and joy, and I didn't know that I was going to wake up this morning. I was hoping, but I woke up this morning, no cramps. And I'm not coughing. I'm not all, like I can speak right now.
Mhm.
Like it wasn't like
Mhm.
this before. Like
Mhm.
I'm a whole lot better. I told my cells too, I said, we are well. I imagine that light coming through, Reiki really, that's Reiki with the light. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm letting our listeners um, but I did the whole thing. Visualizations, calling upon everything.
Yes.
Take this
Yes,
from me
girl.
because
Like, okay, we talk about this on the podcast now. Work, work, work.
yes, girl, I am 2 seconds. This is Witchy right here. Okay, listeners, the listener knows I am quick to pull out the yarrow. I will pull out yarrow and drink a cup of yarrow tea to stop my menstrual cycle, and that's what works for me. Um,
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
found out because it stopped it from coming. Okay, but I don't know if that's like for everybody. That's just what works for me. So I've been telling my body, I said, look, we about to pull out this yarrow if we don't get this together. And we're gonna cut this all
Mm.
out
Well, yeah, that's a part of
immediately.
the property. That's what it's for. That's one of the uses of it. It is.
hmm So,
Yeah.
but every time I say that, it's like, okay, let's ease up on the symptoms. Okay, body, let's get better. So
Yeah. 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 That is too
we don't need
funny.
yarrow throwing us off.
Yes. Yes. But oh, this was a good episode. This was funny. This was too funny.
hmm
Too funny. But yeah, I'm gonna have to look up that thread to see what else. Send it to me on threads because I've deleted Instagram now for the week. I'm trying to take a detox from all of the chaotic chaos,
Yeah.
the craziness
hmm
that is in the
hmm
world. I'm trying to
No matter, no
censor
matter
myself
who,
from
no matter who we follow right now, everything, everybody is talking about the same stuff.
the same stuff. Yeah, and it's
So,
information overload. It's too much. I can't take it.
mhm.
So yeah, send it to me on threads. I still have threads though on my phone. So
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
yeah, send it to me. But we want to thank you guys for listening, tuning in. Please like this video, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, and come follow us on Instagram too. I keep expecting miracles pod. Um, we still want to do listener manifestation. So if y'all have something that we want that you want us to read during our manifestation segment, please send it to us at keepexpectingmiracles@gmail.com. And yeah, we are I'm liking this new the changes that we this subtle small changes. Um and it feels good. So I'm happy. I'm
Yeah,
happy with
it
it.
does. I
Yeah.
agree.
Yeah. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.